life who have accomplished something significant. That could be with a family, that could be spiritually, that could be in professional circles, but who have found a level of abundance. These folks, like those that perhaps are waiting to, face fear. And fear is something that we all possess. And it's something that I know from my business background. Many of us males tend to pretend it doesn't exist. But I think fear is real. And it can motivate us, or it could keep us frozen like ice. Through the evolution of your work, and maybe now as you teach to other people, I suspect, as you've described your story, there had to be moments when you had that woman in the mirror meeting, fearful, saying, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right thing? What should I be doing now? How am I going to make sure I'm taking care of my kids? And those little voices can become overwhelming. How do you find the strength to push past, or what's the technique, if you will, to slay the fear monster?
Good question. I can give you a perfect example of that. When I first started in this business, when you're in financial services, you need to be connected with some kind of bigger company that holds your licenses, and they kind of oversee and make sure you're doing things legally and ethically. Well, when I first started, of course, as I said, there was no salary. It was all commission. I had no other income. And I had to set up an office from day one. I had only $2,000. I had to find a place for my kids and I to live and move. And it was really, really tough. Well, after about, I'd say 3 or 4 months, I hadn't made anything yet, because there's a long lag time from when you first meet a client before they actually invest with you and you make a penny. I mean, it can be up to 2 to 3 months. So I was going further and further in debt. I didn't like it. I called the home company that oversaw me, and I said, look, I am no quitter, but I also am not going down with any sinking ship. And this is a great thing, but I need a regular weekly paycheck to be able to put food on the table, and it's not happening. And he said, you're good at this. You're going to get a big sale. It's going to be wonderful. And I said, look, I don't care about any big sale. I want a regular weekly paycheck. My hair's turning gray. My face is breaking out. I'm a miserable wreck, and I can't live like this. And he said, do me a favor, hang in. You're going to be fine. And I'll be darned, my next paycheck paid off all my debt. I took my kids. I said, you each get a couple of $100. You can buy anything you want. Took them out for lobster dinner, and we had a great time, and I've never been in debt since. So it's all a matter of, if you do the right research before, and again, I'm a planner, so I did research this before I jumped into it. I mean, I contacted Dun & Bradstreet, and I went to attorneys with contracts, and I really looked into this ahead of time because I had never even heard of any of this before. And once you've got me, but it takes a long time to get me. So I think the most important thing when you're facing fear is to have confidence in yourself. And you're never going to always make it. You are going to have times when you're going to fall and you have to pick yourself back up. But I always say, I don't care what next week looks like. I don't care what tomorrow looks like or next month looks like. But if every year, while I was running this business and managing my children, if every year I can look back and feel like I've done it ethically, I've done the best I could, and I'm a little better off than I was the year before, then I know I'm headed in the right direction. And that was always my mindset.
It's pretty powerful of just continuing to step forward. But also, what I get from you is the consistency of doing the work. There's one thing to be, frenetic about it, or frantic about it, or concerned about it. But what I hear from you is, and the encouragement you got was, keep stepping forward, keep stepping forward, keep doing the work, keep doing the work. It's going to come for you. And I think that's a pretty important part of it. Is you never know which action is the one that puts the straw in for victory, but we know if we don't do anything, the future is pretty predictable. So I think what I get clearly from you is you keep moving forward, or follow your plan, or persevere, and every once in a while, you're human, you scream for help, you say the boat could be sinking, but your lesson in perseverance is a pretty powerful one.
Perseverance, and then don't feel like you have to be perfect. It's okay to make a mistake, learn from it, just don't make the same mistake twice.
And